right.
Well, that wasn't really good now, was it?
That was good.
I actually once went to an audition. I was gonna be a musical artist, or at least that was my ambition.
Yeah.
And one of the songs that they sent you that you had to do was "I'm Out of Love" with Anastasia.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and being 18 at the time, I think it was 19 at the time, because it was just before a graduation, I think. And yeah, like looking back now, it feels like
But it must be difficult to sing Anastasia.
exactly,
Or like copy her.
exactly. Well, you're not
Yeah.
supposed to copy. You're supposed to make your own. You know.
Yeah, but you're supposed to have it as a like a template.
Yeah. Well, you're supposed to be able to handle that. You know. That's the
Wow.
thing. I mean, it's the I mean, if they gave you an easy song, then you're not showing what you can do.
Yeah.
And me now, like I've been cringing so many times looking back at it because I'm like, ooh, it's
Is
something
there
about.
like can we see it
No,
or is it?
it was never recorded.
Oh, it was never recorded. So like
No.
you are replaying it in your head.
Yes, a gazillion times. All the auditions I ever did. And I didn't get into the school. I came on a reserve list. So I mean, I wasn't that far from coming in. I was quite high on the reserve list, but yeah, no, and no, it's been I've been cringing about it for years. Since you said Anastasia, it just popped up.
Do you know what I was thinking? That maybe at some point you could sing into the well, not like in the middle of the podcast, of course, but maybe you could sing like at the end of the podcast because
Like
can test the
like
mics.
like test the mics and do a full on song, eh? Yeah. and here's Eleonor to perform.
What would you sing?
I don't know. I don't know.
Give us just a little taste,
No,
like a few
but
seconds
no,
of
but
something.
No.
Come on,
No.
please.
I don't wanna.
Please.
No, but I'm okay. But yeah, no, I don't want. No, I no. Seriously, see, I'm put on a spot now. Give me some time to think about it, and I might come up with something.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if
You
can...
liked my rainbow.
What rainbow?
Over the rainbow.
Yes, that was actually very nice.
It was really pretty. Even I think so.
It was really pretty. It was very, very well sang song.
Thank you. I sang the song well, yeah. Well sang song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well sang song.
Well sang song.
Yeah.
Oh, anywho, yeah, cool. So yeah.
Cool, but it's actually very impressive that you can sing because I think that I can sing, but I only think that I can sing when I'm alone.
But you can sing when you're not
And
alone. I've heard you.
But it's always like for fun and stuff. But like when I never actually sing when I am with people because I'm super scared.
Well, I mean, it's a very touchy subject for most people. It's very because you
feel judged.
Yeah, but yeah,
all
you
the
put
time.
yourself on the spot. You know.
Yeah.
You really put yourself out there when you sing a few tunes. You put yourself out there. And, you know, it can go both ways. It can be people are saying absolutely nothing or they're saying, oh, wow, that's really nice, which is what you're hoping for. But, you know.
Yes, but it's also
if,
like
if they're
when
not saying anything, then you're like, okay, I'm just going to.
Yeah, that's the same thing like you tell a kid when they just bring you the drawing and then it is obviously terrible. It's like one of the
worst.
worst.
That's a beautiful airplane.
Exactly. Oh, is that an airplane? Yeah, I thought it's a carrot.
My house.
You're one of those.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I do.
I do, yeah.
Yeah. No, but I mean, yeah, no. I mean, and also, I mean, I don't think you should raise the bar so much for me as well, because, for example, I would never go to an audition on the telly or anything. I know that you've been talking about that, and it's like, it's never gonna happen, because it's really not that. This is fine for, you know, local town.
I don't agree with that.
Fair.
And I was judging your singing as a third party person, not as a friend,
like a judge,
like a proper judge. And it's good. And I got a goosebumps, and many people heard that, and then they had she can sing.
Thank you.
That's what I was going to say.
Thank you. If you're lucky, or not lucky.
By the way, there was
you might want.
Yeah, so you might wanna. You might hear it.
Maybe one day. One day. I just need to be ready, okay?
You have to get yourself ready.
Yeah, okay. Go on.
You told me you have a story for me, and I really want to hear it. Something that happened today.
Yes.
So please.
It was awfully nice.
What happened?
I mean, I just met I think he was the man of my life. Like it's meant to be. Absolutely meant to be. So here I was rushing, right? I was running late going here. I had been taking all the snow off my car, heating it up. And as you know, when you live in the climate that we do here in Norway, the Norwegian mountains, it gets kind of cold. You know, you don't want to drive your car without heating up the engine. All of you men listening to this would know. And I've just realized how sexist that was.
Jesus, how could you even say such thing?
I am so sorry. It just came out. I apologize deeply.
All of you men.
I just heard myself. Okay.
Yeah.
Whew, okay, never mind. Let's rewind. So all of you people out there would know that you know, it's not good to drive with your car unless it's properly heated. You know, you need to heat up the engine. Like the short distance is not good.
No.
So there I was, and I was absolutely deeply craving for chocolate. So I was like, okay, 2 birds with 1 stone. I get to drive a little bit further, heat up the engine, and go to the store and buy some chocolates because I really needed it today.
Sometimes
we do.
Yeah.
And I get out the car. I go into the store. The one furthest away, I chose that one. I don't normally go there. I just have to add. It's not my go-to store.
I go there.
Yes, you do, but it's not me.
Okay, so it meant to be that.
Exactly. This is what I'm saying. Like, this was like the man of my dreams. So he was standing outside the store talking to a friend as I was rushing in. And I noticed him from the side of my eye. I was like, hello.
Hello. Sorry, he was talking to his friend, or
He was talking to a person outside. Was it
a male or female?
It is male.
Good.
It was a male.
Good sign.
So he was standing outside. He was talking to a male. I noticed him as I went in. And I run in because I was very dedicated. I knew exactly where I was going, the chocolate section. And got my shit, went to pay. And as I'm standing there waiting to pay, he all of a sudden stands next to me. He came in front of me. And then he asked the cashier, excuse me, do you take Vipps? Vipps is in Norway a paying system, like Venmo in America, like Swish in Sweden, like when you send money on your phone to other people, and you can also pay with it. You know,
it's like an app.
It's a paying service.
Paying service is the app.
Anywho, so he was asking the cashier in the store if he could pay using that in that store, and he said no. And I was a bit like put on this, like on. I wasn't really, as you know how when you're in a situation and you don't know what to say, and then like a minute later when it's all over, you're like, dang it! I should have said that.
Why did I not offer?
Because I went to the man ran out again because obviously the cashier said no, and I continued my paying. I went out to the car, and he nearly actually hit me with his car. Yes, because I came out.
What a love story.
I know. It's a meet cute, you know. And so I came out. He's coming with a car. He has to stop it. I'm waving him like, I'm so sorry. Go on. I really did. I did that gesture. Like, so sorry. Go on.
You should have done the like, I'm so sorry. Please stop and tell me who you are.
I'm so sorry. I'm going to open the passenger seat door now. And enter.
Please step in.
Yes. No. Yeah. No. But he was in the car and he drove off into the distance, and I went into my car, and that's when I was like, stupid, Eleonor. Why did you not say, I have that Vipps? What you can do is, why don't you just do your thing?
Yeah.
I'll pay, and then you just Vipps me. In that sense, I could have killed 2 birds in a stone. I could have gotten his number. And his knowing name. It was exactly, knowing it was the correct one, because I would also get the money, eh? Yeah. And he would get mine, and then who knows where it would have gone. But yeah, no,
because
it was.
God, I've got so many things to say about that. But at first, just to explain, not to explain, but if someone uses Vipps, so then they not just see your phone number, but also your name.
Your full name. They see all of my names. I have plenty of names, and they see all of them. No, I have 3, and then it's 3 first names.
Yeah, but then the last name, so equals 4. Duh.
Yeah, but it's a different category, though.
It's a name.
So I have 3 plus 1.
Right. Anyway, so then because you could have had his name,
I know.
So then we could have stalked him. But, and as in, like I was going to say,
we do.
what? We've never done this.
No, women never do.
But what are the odds that you go to the store about to record a podcast?
Yes.
You meet the guy.
Yes.
Oh, we need description, by the way.
Oh,
we meet. We meet the guy, or she meets the guy.
Yeah.
Then she goes straight to the studio.
Yeah.
And then we're already talking on the podcast viral about the man. So please, if you are listening, if that's you, please.
I love you.
She loves. Oh, what? Can you tell us what he looked like?
He was tall.
Right?
Yes.
Good one. Good start.
Well, he was tall and he was beautiful. He had beachy blonde, like dark.
Blonde?
Well, no, he was dark blonde, like light brown, dark blonde, curly hair. I am a sucker for curl. If you have curls, I mean, you're halfway there, really. I'm a sucker for curly hair. He had like a 3-day beard. He was tall. He had a blue jacket on. He had a white pickup truck. And may I add, knight in shining armor coming on a white horse. That's
yes.
yes.
Yeah.
Amen.
Prince
Hello.
on the white horse.
Yeah. And there I was, hair messy, looking like,
No. No, that's where you were wrong, my
I
dear
had
darling.
messy hair though.
You did not.
It was awful.
No, if you looked the way you looked when you came,
Yeah.
so then you looked absolutely gorgeous.
Stunning.
Stunning, darling.
Stunning. Right, so let's just hope this is not, because here in Norway at the moment, this particular week, it's I don't know the English word for it, but it's like the sports holiday, the winter holiday for kids in school. And this is a very popular place for people to go to cabins or hotels and rent it to
where we live, yeah.
Go go skiing with the kids and do stuff like that. So I'm just praying he's not
It wasn't a daddy.
a winter daddy. Not that I don't mind a daddy with kids as long as he doesn't have a wife with the kids like with him.
Winter daddy.
A winter daddy, yeah.
So hi, daddy. If you are listening, watching, if you had been in Ghoul today, and you have
you would have noticed
blonde,
the one standing
curly
there just
hair.
yeah.
But
yeah, gorgeous. He looked very outdoorsy. I like outdoorsy. Yeah.
What do you think the name was? Did he look like Eric or did he look like Thomas? James?
Oh, who could be all three of those actually?
Patrick.
James actually, because I did get some English vibes, but he was speaking Norwegian.
Well, but did he?
Yeah, he was speaking Norwegian. He was asking about it in Norwegian. Without the accent, what I heard, I just heard Dreamweaver.
You just had him like in the slow
with the
motion with
the
with the fan on, so then the hair like
with the fan on. Yeah, I saw that.
But it actually happens because when you walk into the store and then the door opens, the sliding door, so there is a little bit of drift. So
well, right now he was standing right next to me at the till though, so it was way chin chin. It was way past the fans, but I still saw it. He had stars in his eyes.
God, do you know what? Do you know what I remember? It was a long time ago. When I was living in England. Yeah. Speaking of of men and like that kind of thing.
Yeah,
English vibe. So then I was working in one place, and it was a summery day, and it was so embarrassing. And I only saw it in movies, so I didn't think it happens normally. It was many years ago, though. I must say it one more time. And I was just standing, and then I was just looking at the entrance door, and then the sun was shining brutally into the entrance door,
like a spotlight.
Like a spotlight, and then I was looking at it, and then the door opened.
Slow motion.
Yes. And I saw it in slow motion. There was a man walking in. Beautiful. And then I was like, and I was just looking at him like, wow, okay. And then he came towards me. I was working in the bar.
Was he walking slow motion?
Well, in my head, yeah. And then I was working in the bar.
Was he like flicking his hair like that?
No. He didn't really. No. But then,
as you do when you're walking into a store,
as a female, mostly. No, but anyways, I don't. And then I was working in the bar, and then he would be walking towards me, and I would be looking at him like, and then he was like, "Just can I have a beer? I'm so hot." And I was looking at him, and I was like,
"Yes,
yeah, you are." And I was like, "Oops, sorry. Like, did I say it out loud?" It was so funny.
Oh, I love situations like that. It's just fun. Yeah. I mean, yeah, and I mean, the amount of possible meet cutes that, you have
Eye
that actually
candies.
never turn into anything. It's such a
Mhm.
waste of good first moments when it's like, like that.
Absolutely, yeah. Well,
And then it just fizz into nothing.
yeah, no, yeah,
I
yeah.
hate
No,
that.
it happens to everyone though, man, girls,
I
whatever.
know.
Like many times, you are just like driving past or walking past something, or you are like on like a weekend somewhere with your friends and stuff, and then you just meet that one. Or you see it in the distance.
Yeah.
You see it as in like him or her in the distance, and you're like, oh my god, and then you never ever see the person
And then you get the
again.
bolt of lightning like in your chest for just a short moment, and then it's gone.
But do you know what happened to me actually? Again, England. And I was just walking on the street with my friend Camilla.
Camilla.
And we were just walking, talking, and then one guy would randomly, and I have to say, I appreciate that. And we were just walking, and some guy would just randomly like run, not after us in a bad way, but just like coming, like running to get me.
Oh.
And then he was like, "Hey, I have to tell you." Now it looks like I'm fishing for compliments or something. No, it's just the story. And he was like, "I just have to tell you, like, you are really beautiful girl." And I was like,
Thank you.
"Okay, thanks. Like, what do you want?" Kind of look.
Yeah.
I gave him.
Yeah.
And he was like, "No, you are so like beautiful, and I just want to ask you, like, I'm not a creep or anything, but do you have a boyfriend or not?" Back then I did have a boyfriend.
Yeah.
And I said, "Yes, I do." And then he said, "Okay, like, I'm sorry to bother you, but I just thought I just saw you on the street."
I had to give it a try.
Yes, and he said that, like, I just wanted to give it a try in case it would, it could be one of those.
Aww.
And I was like, oh, and I
Aw.
really appreciated that.
Yeah.
I didn't laugh about it. I
No.
wasn't like, oh my god, you idiot. No, I was just like, he was so nice and civil. I was nice and civil, and I really appreciate when men have balls. This is a ball thing
Have the
to do.
guts, yeah. Have the guts
Yeah.
to just go there. But question though, if you would have been single, had you still said that you had a boyfriend because he's a stranger on the street just running
No.
up to you, or would you actually have said, "No, I'm actually"?
Yeah, no, since
I'm
he
open
was
for you.
since he was so nice about it,
Yeah.
I would probably, because he was not my type. I don't really remember what he looked like, but I know I wouldn't like him anyway. So I would just probably just say like, "No, I don't have a boyfriend, but like, sorry, but you're not my type." Also, there is nothing wrong
You
about
can
that.
still, you can still give it a try though. I mean, sometimes you'd be
No,
surprised for
no.
someone not being your type ending up being your type.
Unfortunately, that's not my case.
No,
It isn't.
that's not how the story ended. So
No. But I mean, I like, what if? I don't know. It was the story like that, and I
Yeah.
must say, I really appreciate it.
I'm
Like,
sure
really.
all of you out there has had many what ifs as well, and certain stories like this as well. It'd be nice to hear some of your stories. That'd be cool actually to have.
It would.
Like, let's all share.
And then we can share them here.
Share it on our Instagram.
I don't know what to do with my hair though. I feel like it keeps like flipping.
No, your hair is gorgeous. Have you guys seen her hair? Holy hell. It is so long, thick, luscious. It's my dream hair. She doesn't really need a coat in winter. I mean, the hair just covers it. Like, it's so nice and warm. It's
Thank
always
you.
shiny. It's always nice. It's gorgeous, beautiful. And she gets compliments for it at work as well. Where there's people who actually
do.
just go to the reception to be, "I'm sorry, I just have to say, your hair."
Thank you for mentioning it here. No, but
No,
I do.
It
I
is.
do, I
It's
do.
gorgeous. It's my dream hair.
Really?
It is.
Thanks.
Yeah.
No, but the thing is, I used to have this short hair, for years and years and years, like this short. Yeah. Like, for the first time, it was a hairdresser who cut my hair, and then the second time it was my mom trying to copy the haircut.
Ooh, that's never a good sign.
It was not good.
No.
And I was like 13 years old, because I was cycling professionally.
Yes.
I don't know if I mentioned it.
No, you haven't mentioned it. I knew it, but you haven't mentioned
Yeah,
it to
I
the
was-
people,
Yeah,
the good people out there in the
I
world.
was cycling professionally for 11 years.
So did you have short hair because of the aerodynamics?
No. Yeah. No. No. Of course not.
Well, you shave your my legs and stuff.
Yeah, your legs, but not your head. You are not a swimmer. No, it was.
You can have a swim cap on when you're cycling.
No, but because of the helmet, and I've got so much hair on my head. Hang on. And then so then you sweat a lot.
Yeah.
I didn't see that coming. So then I would have short hair, so that it's easier to like quickly wash it and stuff, because my hair is actually curly.
Oh, I love curls. Like I said, sucker for curls.
No. These are not the ones that you would like. Trust me. I know what I'm talking about. I have it for almost 30 years. Oopsie, did I just reveal my age almost? No.
That's why I'm speechless. I was like, what did you say?
Yeah, well, I said almost.
Yeah, well, you have many months to go.
Yes.
Yes.
Anyway, so then I had like really short hair. And then when I was cycling, then people on the road, they would go like, boy, go boy, boy. Yeah. Boy, they would call me a boy.
What?
And at some point I was like, that's enough. And my dad, he would be with me, and he would always say like, well, but this is not a boy, that's my daughter. No. They'd be like, oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, no, because I did look like it anyway. The sunglasses and the helmet on and the short hair and stuff. So, yeah, I did look like a boy. And then I said to myself, never again. So I actually let it grow. I'm still talking about my hair. And I let it, I just realized. And I let it grow, so that I haven't cut my hair for like 11 years, maybe.
Wow.
Yeah. I just let it grow.
But you do like trim it?
No.
No trimming?
No.
No split ends?
No.
And again, her hair is gorgeous. I mean, no split ends. You haven't cut your hair in 11 friggity frogging years, and still it's that nice? People, come on. This, I mean, I cut this. I do it myself, but I do it, say, once every maybe 4 months. I don't know. Just a little bit, a wee bit. And it's always like...
And that's something I don't do. And I keep telling people, when girls, obviously not boys, but girls, they ask me, how is your hair so long?
Well, the length...
Do you cut your hair? And I always say, no, I don't.
I'm more into the quality. I mean, the length is amazing, but I'm like the quality itself. Like, it should be a bird's nest when you haven't cut it for 11 years. And I keep
telling everyone, like, just stop doing it. It doesn't help.
Okay, so moving on.
Yeah. 20 minutes gone, and
that's 20 minutes about meet cute and hair. And you mentioned you worked in a store in England where the Dream Weaver came in, and you were like, ah.
Well, it wasn't a store; it was a restaurant. Because as a foreigner, that's really what you do. So then when I was in the very first episode, I was talking about England. So then I was talking about me working as an au pair.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was doing it for like 6 months, basically. Then I got fired.
Because you were in England for many years.
7, I think.
7-ish, yeah. Give or take.
Around that, around that. 7 years. And then about just 6 months, I was working as an au pair.
Yeah.
And then I left. I was forced to leave. And then I found myself a job. So then, obviously, as a foreigner, that's what you usually do. You go onto those
restaurants,
like hospitality services, in any sort of way. So, like, if you go to McDonald's or KFC or restaurants, bars, that's what you do as a foreigner, especially if you don't have the language.
And it's also easy to get because you don't need a special education for it.
Very true.
And so, it's usually the go-to arena, like the section.
It is. It is. And you would think that monkeys could do that job. But to be honest, it's not true. It's not true.
I've worked with monkeys.
Me too.
Ish.
But yeah, so like I was working in a restaurant. Then I changed it to another restaurant. Then I changed it to a hotel. Because I was working there for quite a long time in that restaurant, like 3 years or something.
What type of restaurant was it? Was it like a fast food restaurant?
No. I never worked in such.
No. So this was like a restaurant.
It was just like a restaurant.
With a wine bar and stuff.
Yeah, that's where I was working in the bar. Yeah, and then about 3 years or something, I was working there, And then I was like, do you know what? I've had enough. You know, I can probably do better than that.
Yeah.
That's what I think. Like, I'm not saying that any like jobs like that are not good.
No,
but that's personal opinion, though.
You want to challenge yourself, and you want to grow. You want to go.
Yeah,
You want to see what you can
yeah.
do. You know, widen the horizon.
So then I left, and I was working in a hotel, French hotel.
Ooh, en français. Hein?
And I was working in the reception for like 3 months only, though. But like that, that was just like my like a step in between, because I was aiming for something completely different, which was work in a job in an office. Because this is like the dream thing in England, when you have Monday to Friday from 9 till 5, weekends off.
Yeah.
And that's what everyone wants, but you have to be good enough to be a foreigner to get such a job.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
And to be honest, I've tried to get that job that I eventually got several years later, like 2-3 years later.
Yeah.
I've tried before, but my English was so not there.
Yeah.
And then I had an interview. It was like a group interview. And I felt so intimidated, so embarrassed. It was terrible. I was thinking to myself, what am I doing here? Run. I really wanted to leave. I didn't, but I really wanted to leave.
Yeah, but there was a fear kicking in.
Absolutely. Yeah. But also I had no idea what I was doing there. It was I can say it was an insurance company, and we had some like a role plays with the interviewers. We had the role plays. I didn't know what to say, how to react at all. I was still kind of young though. And then we had to respond to an email.
Yeah.
And I had no idea, because my English and genuine like experience wasn't there.
And you need kind of a professional like
approach to
business
that,
English when you do that as well.
Yeah. So they didn't hire me. Then I was working in that restaurant.
Yeah.
Then I went to the hotel, and then I was like, I'm gonna try again. It was like 2-3 years later.
Yeah.
And then I got the job. And I was crying. I mean, to people actually doing that job right now, or knowing what I'm talking about, you might be like, come on, don't be silly. To me, it was a huge thing.
Yeah.
Again, as a foreigner, living in a foreign country, using absolutely different language.
Yeah.
It's a big thing.
And also remember that when you came to England when you were 19, like we heard in the first episode, you thought you thought you had better English than you did, and then when you came there, all you could say was like, oh, pretty, you know, and then coming from that, and then now working in an insurance company where you need to talk to people, write emails and everything. I mean, that's quite a long journey that you've done in only 2-3 years.
Could be.
Master the language. And I just have to say though, Monica, I think I mentioned it in the first one as well, but her language skills are like she learned Norwegian so fast. Like she went to Norwegian school. She went to Norwegian class. Like she didn't learn it on an app or anything. Like
what do you want from me, Eleanor? Why are you being so nice to me today?
Well, there are some shifts in the future, you know. No, no, I'm always nice to you, eh? No, but really, she's so learning. You suck it in like you're like a sponge, super duper fast. I think you went 6 months, not even that, to school, and then she came out like poof, perfect Norwegian almost.
Nah, that's not true. But thank you so much.
It is. You're being hard on yourself, because then she actually started working in the reception with moi, where you need Norwegian or Scandinavian, because I don't speak.
Yes, you do speak Norwegian.
No, but no, I speak Norwedish. It's a mix between Norwegian and Swedish. To the Swedes, I speak Norwegian. To the Norwegians, I speak Swedish.
No,
no,
not true.
No, that is.
No. It's not true.
It's Norwedish. No, it is.
No, Norwedish, yeah, but Norwegians don't think you're... Sometimes they're like, they can't figure it out because you speak so well.
No,
so then they don't
can't
know.
Figure it out because they hear the Swedish in it. And then they go, but where are you from? Because I also hear Trondheim, and I hear...
We just have to pay attention to the time.
Yes, true.
Just so
Why
you know.
Yeah.
Because it's the 30 minutes.
Yes. No, but seriously, no. It's sometimes they go, I hear Trondheim. I hear Northern Norway. I hear this because I have weird accents. And then, but also there's Swedish, which I don't really understand. Well, I do, but... No, but then you meet Swedish. Like when I go home to visit, when I go home to visit my family, such. Stella. There you go. Good. They need to stay away.
You
Two
always...
when I go home, they're like, "Oh, but you have no Swedish left," and that's when I think I actually speak Swedish. So no, but anyhow, enough about me. Go on, you're good.
No, I know.
I just wanted to
I've
say.
no. I just finished with my story. So then, but then you tell us about the. Let's go back in time. Let's go back in time. Let's go back into rewind.
Rewind. Okay.
Ireland.
Okay. Ireland.
Your
I
favorite.
love Ireland. I mean, I was Irish in a different life. So I think I told you all about my first. Well, I don't think I know. I told you all about my first day, going to the airport, going into Dublin, finding the hostel, all of that.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I wasn't living in the hostel the entire time that I was there. Obviously, I lived in a hostel for about 2 weeks, and as I was there, I was looking for apartments, a place to stay, and that was my priority. Job came after, because again, kind of like New Zealand, I had enough money saved up, so I wasn't stressing to find a job.
Hang on, but how did you were 19. How did you get enough money saved up to get your own place?
Well, at this time, no, not my own place. Are you crazy?
Not
No.
your own, but
No.
as in like a
No.
rental.
No,
like
no. So I was actually 20 at the time, because I was in Norway when I was 19. And then, like I said in the first episode, January 1st, 2005, I'd been to Norway for about 6 months. I had 0 kroner on my account.
Yeah.
Yes, but that is also partially because we bought my parents a new kitchen. That's why. So I spent the last 20,000.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, no, I spent the last 20,000 paying for mine and my brother's part of the renovation of my parents' kitchen.
Mm.
They went to spend Christmas with my uncle Benny in New Zealand, and some of my uncles and aunties. They all went together. They went away for 3 weeks, and when I drove them to the airport, we went home and just tore the kitchen apart and gave them a new kitchen for Christmas.
Uh-huh.
So that's why I was also dead out of money, because I spent the last 20,000. But also, I realized that had I been better with saving, then I would have had some money left after the 20,000, now wouldn't I? So that's why. But anyhow, so I was kind of dedicated to the last part of my stay in Norway, the last months that I was there, to
Save up.
To save up. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I was still partying, I was still having fun, but I was saving more.
Like taking it easier.
I was
because you had the goal.
I was more aware, because now I had a goal.
Yeah.
I had a place like, I want to go somewhere. I know now what I want to do. So I went to Ireland, and I had enough saved up. And while I was staying in the hostel, I was looking for an apartment. I went to a couple of viewings and didn't really go well. And then I found this one that was in Temple Bar. Like, if you've ever been to Ireland, if you've ever been to Dublin, you know that the old tourists, they go to Temple Bar, because that's where all the traditional Irish pubs are, the touristy ones anyways. Like,
and the place was exactly in...
It was not in Temple. It was in Temple Bar, the area. It was above a nightclub, actually, right next to. It's really nice. My living, because I ended up living there. The living room window was looking directly into one of the classrooms for the Irish School of Acting, where Liam Neeson went. Colin Farrell went there. And some of the very prominent, famous Irish actors actually went to that school. And I think, I don't remember, but there's a certain Irish actor who's big now. I don't remember who it is, but I did the calculations, and he actually went to that school when I lived there. So I might have met him, actually.
And you just have no idea who it was.
I don't
or who it is now.
No, I don't remember now. I don't.
Mm-hmm.
But he's in Hollywood at the moment, but I don't remember who.
Hollywood.
Hollywood. Yeah, so it was right next to Olympia Theatre.
Mm-hmm.
It was above a nightclub called Sin at the time. Just around the corner from the hotel that Bono from U2 owns, the Clarence.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never saw them either. I did see Ray Fiennes once. bumped into his shoulder going home from work. I was like, ooh, never washing that shoulder again. Yeah, no, so I got the apartment and I moved in with the best guys. I'm a guy girl. I like to hang out with guys.
And me.
Yeah, and it was Ruben from Spain, and it was
From España.
from Spain. Ruben from Spain. No. Oh, Ruben.
Spain.
Yeah, I used to call him Rubeninho. So it was Ruben at the time, and then it was I was and he was sharing rooms with. Ooh, I don't like.
It doesn't
this.
matter.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
I know, but okay. Well, anyhow, and then it was my room. I shared a room with Francesco from Italy. He's from Sicily, and he was eating my Scandinavian pasta with ketchup. He nearly died. And he said, no, I'm Italian. I don't know, Yeah. So Francesco.
We don't put ketchup on pasta.
No, exactly. He said, if my mother was dead, she would turn in a grave. He said so. But anywho,
what does
I
he
had
think
the
about
best
pineapple
time.
on pizza?
I love pineapple on pizza.
No, but what does the Francesco thinks about pineapple on pizza?
Well, I told them about what I call the Swedish pizza, which is, actually like Syrian and Turkish and lots of different nationalities that make pizzas in Sweden, but not Italian. But we call it Italian pizzas, but he was angry. He didn't want to listen, no. But I had the best time, though, living there. It was a bit of Gabriele. It was Gabriele with Ruben. Ruben, it was Gabriele. It was Francesco. And then Domenico, when Francesco left, Domenico came in. Domenico's also Italian, and we shared rooms. Domenico, curly hair, wonderful guy.
So
nicest,
he must have been
kindest.
your type then.
Well, you would think so, but no. I love you, Domenico. I went to his wedding. It was the 3-day wedding with Luciana. Wonderful. But no. Luciana from Brazil.
But this is true. Like people actually like when they're from Spain or...
But they live in Spain.
Yeah.
But Ruben doesn't really live that way though.
No, but they do that, and then because I know, and then sometimes we, not in a bad way, we don't make fun of people in like as such, like no, but like we know that they like talk like that. And the other day I was at work, and then one lady, she was checking into the hotel where we work at, and then and I was just like, so what is your name? And she was so cute, and she was just looking, smiling at me, Rodriguez. And I was like, oh, and she did it. Yeah. Rodriguez.
Yeah. Rodriguez.
It was sweet though.
Yeah. No, yeah. No, but we became a little family there. And while I was living there, I was applying for a job. And at first, I actually applied at a, those job services where you become an employee and then they just send you out to different spots. I'm not mentioning any names.
Yeah.
But I applied for a job there. I got the job, and then the day after, I got a job in Vera Moda.
Oh, that's my favorite job.
Is it?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Well, like I told you, whenever I wasn't working in hospitality and hotels or restaurants, I've been working in fashion. So that was my first meeting with fashion, and obviously I had to call back to the job service and say, I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to turn the job down anyways because I got another one. And it was
that you wanted or didn't want to?
That I rather wanted. I wanted it. So it was Vera Moda on Grafton Street. So if you've ever been to Ireland and Dublin, you've been to Grafton Street. It's the main shopping street. There's where all the tourists go. And we had the most fun in that store too. So, I mean, I had the perfect life, perfect family, me and the boys. And it was nice to experience a different culture because I got to experience both the Irish culture because I became best friends with Trevor. Trevor, I love you. I miss you. I haven't talked to him in years. We had the most fun, me and Trevor. And he's Irish. And then I lived with the Spaniards and Italians. The Italians spoke Spanish, by the way. And so I kind of learned Spanish while I lived there. Not to speak, but to understand. Like now I don't understand so much. But back in the days, I could butt into the conversations. Like they could speak and I could understand what the gist of the conversation.
But still, I find it kind of rude. Like when the nationalities are kind of mixed and blended and stuff. So I think everyone should use English, especially living in Ireland.
Yeah, sure, but I mean, I wasn't offended. And then we also had Daniele.
Daniele.
Yeah, and the problem was Daniele. He is Italian.
Oh, that's a he.
Yeah,
Daniele.
Daniele. Yes, and Gabriele is also a man.
Oh, I
Yeah.
thought that was female.
No, Gabriele from Milan and Daniele from, I think, Napoli. But no, Daniele, he didn't speak any English at all. So, but he did speak Spanish. So what happened was when we were talking, sitting around, and they spoke Spanish, then all of them were included, and I was the outsider. And then when they said, "Oh no, we need to speak English for Eleanor,"
So then
Eleonor, then he didn't understand.
Daniela was
So we used to understand each other, like we used to give each other looks on the other side of the ring, kind of like, and be, I'm sorry, it's my turn now, you know, and yeah, but I mean, we were never offended though.
I would be.
No, but we weren't, and for me, I just saw it as an opportunity to learn Spanish, like, because again, I understood the basics growing up in front of movies and everything, a lot of Hollywood, all of that. You get a lot of the language. That's how I learned my English as well, from TV. I knew English before I
And
went
your
to school.
English is extraordinary, I must say.
Well, thank you. But sitting there, and I learned not to speak Spanish, but to understand at least the gist of the conversation, so that I could butt in and be part of it. So I wasn't that offended. It was more like a learning opportunity for me.
Well, but as long as you have that positive approach to that, then I get it. I am not like that. I find it super rude. I don't do it.
Well,
I don't do it to people.
It takes a huge amount of effort to offend me, though. I really don't get easily offended. I don't.
I do.
Yeah.
We are when it comes to that, we are like slightly
very different.
I was gonna say slightly different personalities.
I'd say very different personalities. I mean, becoming friends with you, I learned a lot though, because I've learned to because I'm not easily offended. Somehow, I guess I was assuming others weren't as well, and I've learned to,
because you thought it's normal.
Yeah, exactly.
To be like
so
that.
I learned to pay more attention to other people's reactions and feelings, and also respect that we are all different. Yeah, but you taught me that, and I thank you for that.
Because sometimes when people are talking to me or they're like close, like in my circle, sometimes they have to walk on an eggshells around
But
me.
that's only in the beginning, before you learn though, and then you realize, oh, but that's only common sense now, isn't it? You know, that's
I mean, I guess.
Well, you know, but then it's also depending on kind of like where you come from. Here in Scandinavia, we have a certain sarcasm to our little jokes, but they're kind of dry, and then we don't really get offended about things that you would get offended for, because it's natural for us to joke sarcastically about things. But looking at it from the outside, when it's you saying, hey, but this isn't okay, I'm not okay with that, then you take a step back and you start thinking, hey, wait a minute, I get it. It's not really nice unless you actually really know the person and you can, fuck about a bit,
But I don't think it's when you just say it like the Scandinavians, I don't think so. Like, I think it depends on personality though.
No, but
it's not really.
It's very no, but it is kind of common though. Like, I come across it a lot in Scandinavians to joke the way that it was joked about. But yeah.
I think like the worst
crash.
Yeah,
well.
yeah, no, it is absolutely. But also, like, to me personally, not to offend anyone, I think the worst humor is British. I'm sorry. It's so dry. It's not the dad's joke. It's the jokes. It's not the dark humor. No, it's just like, what? And why do you find it so funny?
So Monty Python is not for you. I know you said you didn't really know who they were.
No.
But I'm saying, if you don't like that, then I don't think you should watch Monty Python at all. I like them. I do. Life of Brian. It's a winner. But, it's...
I don't know what that is.
Fawlty Towers is not Monty Python, but it's John Cleese, who's a part of it. Quite funny. I mean, and I do enjoy Keeping Up Appearances with Hyacinth Bouquet. I think that's quite funny. That's also that's not Monty Python, but it's British.
Well, I watch Keeping Up with the Kardashians, maybe.
And I'm not watching that myself. No, that's not my humor.
That's my tea.
Yeah,
that's my jam.
I guess I'm a bit more old school then.
You are.
Yeah, I am.
You are. That's true. Oh, can I, by the way, borrow your phone? Because I just remembered. That's that one joke that I really like, that I saw. I sent it to her because we are recording on my phone.
But I'm going to see if it actually got through, because...
Yes, it did. It is in the messenger.
No, it's not.
What do you mean?
Well, I have it on flight mode, you see.
Ooh.
There you go.
Oh, that's the joke. Yeah, sorry. She found it while she was talking.
whilst the dog was barking. Come on,
But
Mama.
also, we are very sorry about that.
Sorry about that, yeah.
It says there is a picture. One lady, she had an interview with BBC News. I don't know if you can see it, but she's sitting there live with BBC.
I
And
don't
it
think that
says-
they can see it either.
No. If you had a shitty week, just remember that at least you didn't go on BBC News with your dildo on your bookshelf. Because the lady, she's sitting and she's got her bookshelf behind her. And then the dildo is actually like blacked out, so then it's not visible because it was actually, this is screenshotted from TV.
I think you can post it on Instagram, so anyone who wants to see it can
Oh, yeah,
see
yeah,
it.
I will do
it's
that,
Quite,
so you
it's
can-
quite, it's quite like there.
Do you know what? I really like those reels and stuff like that. You can see where like people are really having like the serious political live streaming and stuff. Like they are on air, and then the child just like walk in and
Yeah,
then,
but it's like the classic one from the pandemic with the expert. It was a
Yes.
news anchor, and he
Yeah.
was an expert on some sort of a subject, and
Yeah.
then
And then
the kid
came.
comes in, and the mom runs in.
Yeah, and then just taking the kid. Wasn't it 2 kids or I don't know.
I think it was 2 kids, and the mom was typical mom, like hair messy, like super stressed, with like soiled clothes on. It was just terrible, as you know, as you are at those times, and then just running in, grabbing the kids by their clothes, basically just throwing them out.
And then I really like the dad just kept it straight.
Kept his cool.
Yeah, absolutely. He even didn't like pay attention to that. He knew it was happening, but he just did like nothing. Absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah,
Gorgeous.
yeah.
I really like those.
Yeah,
So then when I see those kind of jokes, I do laugh about those so much. I don't know, there are so many of them. Like the dildo packaging, for example, like they said they're gonna send it as the picture of the dildo. That it was just freshly delivered, and it said they're gonna send it in discreet packaging. And then it's just wrapped around like with the
in the shape.
It's wrapped around in the dildo shape because it wasn't put in the box already. I just love those. And then I saw the real picture of the one that I was just reading, and then the dildo was like this huge, like
Yeah.
like a proper one, and then you just have it like. You just have it on the shelf.
I love how we went from traveling in Syria and then it's dildo packaging.
I don't know why I brought it up, but
But this is how conversations with us go, though. It's go from the left to the right to the south to the west, and it's up and down, and
That's true though.
yeah, it does.
But have you heard the story? This is not really funny though. This one is not really funny, but it's actually just. Have you heard the story about the guy who was who just stole like 100+ iPhones from people in the nightclub?
I think I've heard like something about it, but I'm not really sure. So what was that? I don't know.
It was
I
like
think maybe you told me. I don't know.
because it was a guy who, and this is actually especially for iPhone users, which is me,
Which is not me.
because we have a thing. Sorry. We have a thing that we can open our iPhones with the Face ID. Do you have that?
I do.
You do?
On mine, yes.
You do?
Yes.
Sorry, I thought you did not.
Mm.
So then it's for everyone. It's not just for iPhone users.
iPhone isn't that special, you know.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
But anyways, it was a guy, and he was usually he was always in the nightclubs, and he would be focusing on people in kind of our age category, because when people they get drunk, they stop paying so much attention.
Yeah.
So and he would be like, hey, sorry, but my phone would die right now, so can I just borrow yours, and can I just like whatever, or he was like, hey, if he would see some group of people like taking a selfie, he would just approach them and be like, hey, I can just take the picture for you. And what he would do, he wouldn't steal it like that, no. What he would do, he would see, either he would be watching them from before and seeing like the passcode they are putting in, or if he would approach them and be like, hey, I can take your picture, again, he would be looking what kind of password they are putting in. He would memorize that. And because he was practicing it so much, so as soon as they would give him the phone, be like, yeah, can you take a picture? And the phone would be opened. So then he would just do something funny. So then it just kind of, if it would be open, so he would, within seconds, he was a master at it, within seconds, he would go into the settings and quickly change the password. He would do that, and then he would just take the pictures, he would give it back, and then he would be watching the same people all night just to get more and more drunk, and eventually he would be working in a team, so then he would send someone just to steal the iPhone, or eventually he would do it himself, and like that, just by simply, hey, can you take a picture of us? You're just gonna hand your iPhone to someone, or your phone, it doesn't need to be iPhone, to someone, so then they can do that. And many people, they have their cards, their bank cards and stuff.
Absolutely, yeah.
So, and then it wouldn't be blocked.
I don't.
So what he did, me neither. So then he would take the money, like, from the account, because then you can get, he would also
The details.
quickly fix the Face ID and stuff.
Yeah.
So he could get into the bank accounts and stuff. So then he would send the money to his account or whatever, some secret account, quickly. So he would do everything super, super duper fast. And then he would eventually steal the iPhone, and the iPhone wouldn't be locked because he would change the passcode. So he could sell, like, legit, he could sell those iPhones.
So if you didn't know how to do this before, now you do.
Now you do. No, but he was doing it like that. And then he did about 100 phones per month, I think.
Wow, that's a lot.
That's a lot. And then he had like million or $2 million. He was in America, obviously. Everything like that happens in America, right? Pretty much. So then it happened there, and then obviously he's busted now and he's in the prison.
Yeah, otherwise you
but that's how we did
it.
that. So please just be careful when you're partying and stuff. Just try not to give your phone away to anyone, because you never know.
And if you have a passcode, just, be discreet about it.
Yeah, but because when people are drunk, they're just kind of like, yeah, just take my phone. Or sometimes they're like, oh, your phone is locked. What's your passcode? Oh, it's 12345. I'm like, yeah, okay. Because you never guess, like, oh,
I always wondered about those people. It's like, wow, you're very, like, I've noticed how some people are very trusting with that. It's like 12345. I'm like, I trust you with it, and I trust our other friend, but that's basically it. Like, that's the only ones I would trust with it.
I thought, but same.
And you've told me your passcode many times, and I still don't remember it.
No,
because I choose not to remember those.
It's not important, because we are not aiming to steal your phone. That's why we don't care. But there are people that they do it for a living, and he had a lot of money.
Yeah.
By doing it.
Yeah, no, I'm more into like selling feet pictures and stuff like.
Oh, the feet finder.
No, I'm not into that. But yeah, me and my friends would talk about it a lot. Like, why are we not doing, like, people make a mint on that. Like, they make a lot of money. And then I say, oh, we should do that. And then you never do.
I think we should.
But I cannot believe that it actually happens, though. I cannot for the life of me understand how you can make money on that.
Because there are some people, but you know what, speaking of feet, I just saw a picture and they are selling like a little cup, like, it's like that you put it on the toes. So then, when you put like nice thongs, like nice underwear, which is like super small.
Nice underwear for your toes?
Nice underwear for your toes. So then it looks like super, like, ooh, super cute. Because there are so many people and they just like it. I was thinking about it.
It wouldn't look good on mine. My toes are very short. So it's like
one of mine
short and stub. Yeah. Some people have toes like fingers. Yeah. Where it's like they could grab onto a branch and hold on like a monkey.
Monkeys.
Yeah. Like I mine doesn't even look like it had the extra joints. Like, they're super short.
But there are people you would be surprised.
Yeah. Well, you know.
What's it called? Feet finder?
I don't
finder?
know. I don't know. Maybe one day you'll find...
You do. She does.
Find my feet on that. No, I don't. No. Anywho. All right, but... Yes. Snuggle up you. Yes. Snuggle up you. Mm-hmm. Well...
Yes, so we are talking a little bit longer than we thought we gonna.
Well, we got a bit carried away.
Yes, sorry.
Yeah.
We should probably cut it now.
I think we should leave some for next episode as well, which is going to come out in 2 weeks, like always.
As usual.
Every other Monday it's coming out. So just,
Every other Monday. And I'm just going to, as usual, remind you, please give us a follow on Instagram. MonEli Talks, all one word, same on Spotify, same on YouTube. Thank you.
Thank you. So you have to
Thanks.
log into Spotify. No, you have to log into YouTube to subscribe and like.
I think
So
people
please
know
do.
that.
No, not all. No, I do know that we have some listeners who is very eager, but they don't really have the technology down and all, and they don't really know that you have to
True.
have a profile
I
and
know
log
who you're
on
talking
to
about, yeah.
subscribe. Yes, well, not just who, but whom. Like, there's more.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. So anyhow, I'm just saying in case you didn't know.
Just please support us. We really very much enjoy doing it, and then we would like to, and we're gonna be doing it anyway.
Yeah, whatever.
Yes.
So, okay, cool. So let's just round it up. And again, apologizing for the barking. If that blew your eardrums away, then
In case you were driving or something. So.
we can talk about it again next week then, you know.
Yeah.
All right. So,
Cool. Thank you so much for being here with us again, and we'll see you in 2 weeks.
boo. Bye.
Bye.